Hey guys, welcome to BP, the Bible Perspective. I want to talk about cancel culture and Christians and where they intersect. Now, before I do, please like and share this video and subscribe to BP, the Bible Perspective. And as always, if you have a thought or comment, add it to the comment section below. All comments are welcome. Now, cancel culture is, in our today's use, is so wild, so silly, and so foolish that you can be virtually canceled for anything you say or do. You can be canceled for anything you have said or have done in your past. A good example of this is an editor just recently resigned her position from a popular magazine over tweets she said 10 years ago when she was 17. Now, if I think about the stuff that I said in my youth, yes, I'm going to be canceled. But that's the world we live in. Politicians, celebrities, but not only that, but people that want to rise up into certain companies all got to be mindful of what the things they say or do, have said, or what they have done. But how does that affect Christians? It's going to affect Christians even harder. And this is why. You see, as followers of Christ, the one thing is we have to stand firm in our faith. Jesus makes no apologies for that. In fact, in one statement he said, if you don't hate your mother, your father, your sister, your brothers, yea, even your own life, you cannot be my disciple. On another statement he said that if you're ashamed of me and my words in this sinful and adulterous generation, I'll be ashamed of you before the angels of God. Here's the thing here. As Christians, we need to really define what God's purpose is for our lives. There was a singer a few years ago. She was a very popular gospel singer and also an evangelist. Now she sung a song, on a title track of a movie, on a movie track, soundtrack of a movie. The movie did well, Oscar buzz. I think the song itself won Grammy Awards. Well, she was slated to go on the Ellen DeGeneres show. And as everybody know, Ellen DeGeneres is the lesbian, but a very popular show. Well, video surfaced of this individual where she was preaching a message, and it was against homosexuality. Well, when news broke, of course, Ellen canceled her appearance. She was also canceled from a radio show that I think she held at an HBU, or historically black college. Okay. Here's my point with this. Should she ever have been pursuing that avenue, one as an evangelist, as a gospel singer? Was that ever compatible? There was another actor. He's now a famous apologist, but he was on a very popular hit show back in the 80s. But when he became a Christian, he found himself in conflict over some of the scripts that was written that would involve teenage sexuality, and as a Christian, he found it incompatible with his morals. Well, eventually he had to leave the show. But you see, my point is, this is always where the Christians are going to have to intersect that. In other words, at some point, you're not going to be compatible with the world. I'm thinking about one other lady. This was very interesting, that she was a Christian and she was a part of the Miss America pageant. And one of the judges, who was gay, he asked what I thought at the time was a setup question. He asked her, and at the time, the whole gay marriage and gay rights thing was really gaining steam. And he asked her a question. He says, what does she think about gay marriage? And she answered, according to her faith, she believed that marriage is between a man and a woman. Of course, that cost her the pageant, but she was also drugged through in the media afterwards, pictured as a buffoon. Again, here's my point. Should she ever have been on the Miss America pageant as a Christian who's going to stand firm for her faith? Remember, Jesus says, he drew the line very boldly. You cannot be your disciples unless you're willing to give up everything for me. And that's clear. And I think as Christians, in our daily life choices, we're going to have to make those choices, even when it costs us certain pursuits. To me, nowhere is it more visible than you see when Christians become, when celebrities become Christians, because that's a big challenge to them. But even in our lives, who are not celebrities, sometimes we have to make choices, business choices, right? We got to make choices where if we go into certain ventures, that cancel culture can intersect. And as Christians, I think at some point it's going to cost us. So Jesus said, count the cost up, because in some respect, as a Christian, you're going to be canceled, because this is the society we live in today. Think about this right now, that if you're asked a question, and this is the kind of mindset that's being conditioned in culture now, transgenderism, gay rights, gay marriage, these are the things that Christians are going to have to stand strong, and they will be canceled. Okay? Are you ready to face that for your faith? Jesus doesn't give you the option. He says you must stand firm with me at the cost of whatever it may be in the world. That's his terms. All right, guys, look, excuse me. That's my perspective. And don't forget to like and share this video and subscribe to BP, the Bible Perspective. And as always, if you have a thought or comment, add it to the comment section below. All comments are welcome. Till next time, I'll see you then.